I'm all right, so we are recording and we are starting out week 1 of our Director Bound program. And the first thing I'm going to ask you guys is that if you do have any kind of background noise, just make sure to mute yourself. You'll have a chance to come on kind of, as we're going through the training, just so we can make sure that we get a clean recording for everyone that's going to be watching back in replay mode. So I guess because I'm already talking, I'll just start off by introducing myself. So my name's Becky Wolfinger, and I'm an advanced director here in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, where we have more cows than people. And I really mean that. It's like factual thing. I have, Yvonne, you're laughing at me because you know it's true. I have been a Pampered Chef consultant now for 8 years. This has actually been my full-time source of income for 7.5 of the last 8 years. But before I did it, full-time, I was working a 70-hour-a-week job alongside Pampered Chef. So for those of you guys that do work a full-time job, I can totally sympathize with you, but I'm here to tell you that you can have a successful business and have everything that you want in life, even if you are working a full-time job, okay? So I'm the mom of 4 kids also. Their ages 22, 19, 12, and 9. No, I'm wrong. 22, 20, 12, and 9. One just had a birthday. I'm all kinds of confused. And then me and my husband have been together since we were 16 years old. So he's like a 5th kid. Don't tell him I said that. He really is, though. My team knows this. So anyway, I, have celebrated a lot of successes with Pampered Chef in the last 8 years. I've been in the top 1% of our company for the last 7 years. I've earned every vacation since. I've walked national conference stage every year since. And I have almost 100 people in my downline that I absolutely adore and love. And I can't wait to watch them grow and succeed also. Who's going next? Tony, is it you or is it Angela?
I can go. I'm Tony Patterson. I'm under Melody Harper. I'm her 3rd-gen director, one of them anyway. I've been in Pampered Chef for about 18 months, and I just really hit the ball rolling. Once I got out of my friend zone, it just exploded with virtual parties for me. And so now I'm 100% virtual, doing several a month, and have a team of about 90 so far. And I've earned both vacations, both years, and earned excellence. And about my family, I'm married to my husband. It'll be 24 years next month. We've been together 26. And 4 kids. Let me guess their ages: 28, 26, 22, and 20. And I have 2 grandbabies that are 5 and 9. So that's about me.
Thanks, Tony. I guess that means it's my turn. I'm Angela Campbell, and I'm also in Melody Harper's organization. So I am right there by Tony. I'm in her 3rd gen, in Melody's 3rd gen. And so I have been married for 16 years to a very wonderful man, and we have 4 daughters. Actually, you're going to hear the ages. 3 of them were mine from a previous marriage, but we have 4, and the oldest one is 33, and then there's 26. This is hard, isn't it, ladies? To remember all these numbers. 26, 23, and 14. So I've got 2 families going on here. Little craziness there. But I have earned the Disney trip. Like, I earned it in 5 months this year. So by May, I had already earned the Disney trip. And I'm about to hit level 2 right now. My organization, I have an amazing, amazing team. A few of you guys are on here tonight. I had a couple that couldn't make it, so they'll be watching the replay. But my team has had over, I don't remember the exact number, but like 1,028% growth this year. It's been insane. And what's really funny about that? Because in January, we went to a retreat where we had to, I got a paper stuck to it. We had to make this vision board, and I'm going to see if I can show you what's my word on my vision board for the year. Growth. So, yes, making a vision board is important, and it will help you. So set goals, and you can achieve whatever goals you dream of.
Absolutely. Grow is my word too, girlfriend, and we've grown. So I set a goal for 50 recruits this year on our team, and we did that in 5 months. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna double it. So we're almost to about 30 away from 100. So we'll do it.
Awesome.
I know, especially with the special this month. So.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm gonna get us started off on just the benefits of directorship. There's a lot of them. So I put together a fun little PowerPoint that I'll share with you. So, I'm gonna toggle. My bar isn't coming up. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Okay. Director benefits. The very first one is very important, is that we are directors together. Gosh, I'm going to start crying already. We get, we have such a huge bond as directors because we help each other, working together, and, you just have a really special bond. At conference, you're walking the stage together and everything, and it's really special to be in a director group, especially in the entire National Redo organization. It's pretty awesome. If you're within your first 90 days, you can fast track. So I'm going to go over the left column here. For new consultants, when you recruit, in your first 90 days, you'll earn $100 cash when your new recruit qualifies, which means they hit their $1,250 in their first 30 days, I believe. Is it 30 or 90 days? Or is it just whenever? I think it's whenever. And then for everyone, when any consultant recruits and their new recruit qualifies, the recruiter earns 50 PC dollars. And I love using my PC bucks for supplies and everything. I've never had to buy catalogs. Love it. When your new consultant promotes to director in their first 90 days, they earn $500 cash, and so do you. When your fast track director meets their director requirements for the first 3 months, they earn another $500, and so do you. When your fast track director promotes to advanced director in their first 6 months, they earn $1,000 cash, and so do you. And then they added this at conference. When your fast track director meets their advanced director requirements for the first 3 months, they earn $1,000, and so do you. So you can earn up to $1,000 by building your team and developing a director underneath you. When you promote, upon promotion, you'll receive a sterling silver spoon. Let me move my video there. Featuring the Pampered Chef's Happy Spoon logo. I put a picture of my advanced director one that I got. It has a little blue rhinestone in there. And then you also receive 250 PC dollars when you promote. Walking the stage at conference is super exciting. Pick out your red dress or your red shirt, whatever you want to wear. Walk across that stage with pride with your red spatula. And at conference, there's also a director party. This was super fun this year. It was the Disney, or not Disney theme, it was like lights, camera, action. And the Harper organization, we all did like Disney themed characters. So that was fun. And you get new product samples. So when you promote for the first time, you're eligible to earn the new season product samples. There's 3 different ways you can earn it. If you're in your 90 days and you promote, you're gonna get the complete set. or promote to director and submit $12.50 or more in personal commissionable sales in 3 of the 4 months prior to your promotion. Or promote to director and submit a total of $5,000 or more in personal sales in the 4 months prior to your promotion. And I mean, this is ongoing. Each season you have the opportunity to earn it, on top of like the free-for-all that they do for, you know, consultants. So you can earn actually 2 sets of free product. So super exciting. And as a director, I use my second set for rewards for my team or incentives for bookings or something like that. So annual incentive program, which is the trips. This year it's Disney. You get reduced points when you promote. So like over here it says level 1 as a consultant, senior consultant, or team leader, you need 56,000 points to earn the trip. As a director, you go down to 52,000 points. And then level 2 is 80,000 and so on. So that's a really nice perk. You get a 30% discount on supplies and products on the consultant side, which is awesome. Customer referrals from online orders. When a customer orders through pamperedchef.com, not connecting to a consultant or a party, that customer is assigned to a director as a referral so that the customer has a personal point of contact with Pampered Chef. To be eligible to receive customer referrals, a director must or above must have had $12.50 in commissionable sales in the prior month and have eBiz tools. Professional Development Award. You get up to $100 annually for to increase. No, restart, please. Increase the knowledge and leadership skills to make a positive impact on your team. Activity bonuses, super cool. When qualified directors and above earn a $10 activity bonus every month for each active consultant, senior consultant, and team leader in their personal team on both direct and indirect recruits. It can grow as much as you want. So like 10 active consultants is $100, 20 is $200. So that's just a wonderful perk of being a director. Good passive income. Overrides. As a director level, you get 3% override on your personal team, commissionable sales, including your own, and then 3% override on your first gen commissionable sales. So I'm going to show you one of my paychecks and kind of go over how much that means in benefits versus just selling and then having a team. So it really adds up. So personal team, you'll see 4% I think is advanced. So the override amount, $12.39. First gen was $305. Second gen, $542. Second gen directors, $132.31. So $1,600 in just commissions on my team. And then I had recruiting bonuses that you get. Back then it was 30 PC, now it's 50. Second gen directors, you get a $100 bonus with them. And when they promote, you get a $500 bonus. So there's lots going on there. And at the bottom, it summarizes my sales that month was $3,400. And then you get the overrides of $1,600 and then your bonuses. So look at that paycheck, $5,800. Is that not awesome? Super exciting. You can give yourself a raise whenever you want to. And that's what you guys are working on. So are you in? Woo-hoo. Any questions on that?
I have a question, Tony.
Okay.
I because I'm in my first 90 days, I think I kind of understand how to do fast track director. Right. If I am not able to do that, I kind of got a little bit lost. What's the other way to become a director if you're not in your first 90 days?
The benefit of fast tracking is the cash incentive.
Yeah.
If you go outside of your 90 days, you still get all those other perks, the $250 and things like that. So it's the same thing. You build your team of 5, and then the sales part, you have to do 750. You have to do all this in 1 month. So either this month or next month, we'll make this your qualifying month, where you do 750 personal sales, and then your team all together will do 5,000, and but all 5 have to be active, including you. So, and then you'll promote the next month. So.
Okay, so whether I'm in my first 90 days or not, you need to have 5 recruits in a month plus 750 in sales.
Yes.
Personal sales.
Why, Becky, are you shaking your head?
Oh, she said in a month. Are you talking about after your 90 days, Vanessa? Or your first 90 days?
Like the month?
I guess I'm curious, like, this is what I have to do to fast track
Right.
to be a director. Do I have to do that all in 1 month or the first 90 days?
So Fast Track is a program that's built for your first 90 days of business.
Right.
You have to have a qualifying month, okay? So you can recruit, let's say 2 people your first month, 2 people your second month, and 1 person that last month before your 90 days is over, okay? And now all 5 of the people that you have will have to be active, and you'll have to meet all of the other requirements, okay, in order to actually promote to a director. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to recruit 5 in 1 month.
Okay. It just all you have to meet all these requirements on any given timeline.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're going for the fast track bonus, yes, it'll need to be done before the end of your 90 days.
If you want all those different cash bonuses.
Correct.
Otherwise, everything is the same.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, there's a lot of background noise on my side. My husband's not here, and I'm with my 3-year-old and 2-year-old, so.
It's life, right?
Yeah. This is what it takes to be on the call, right? So.
Hey, we all make sacrifices, so
yeah.
Good. You're good. Trust us. I mean, most of us are probably moms, and at some point we've had screaming kids. So I make no apologies for my children. If you see little kids running around in underwear back here somewhere, I try to block it with my shoulder, but sometimes it doesn't work. So.
Okay, I love it.
Anyone else have any questions before Angela starts talking about booking some? No? All righty, Miss Angela, take her away.
All right. I'm on my phone, so I don't have a fancy PowerPoint for you guys. Not today. But what I want to talk to you a little bit about is your show schedule. So to make director, it's really, really important that you are committed to making at least half of your team's sales requirements. And Pampered Chef will teach you that in any training that you get to do with home office. So since your requirements for director is 5,000, you need to sell 2,500 of that yourself. So to do that, you have to have a very strong show schedule. In Director Bound, we ask you to submit 8 parties every month. And the reason for that is because that is what the research from home office, just the statistics actually of what everybody turns in, that is what it takes to be able to make those numbers. So can you just book 8 shows and you're good? No. So most of us are at least partially virtual consultants anymore. Some of us are fully. I am 100% virtual. And so that means that for me, I need to book at least 12 shows on my calendar if I want to submit 8, because, and even in in-home parties, I think the numbers are maybe a little smaller, but you're still going to have to overbook your calendar to be able to submit that number that you need to submit. We are training and preparing you right now to be directors, and so that is why we have that listed as a requirement for Director Bound, is those 8 shows. So the next thing is, the other thing that home office is teaching us is every 4, add 1 more, right? So if you have 8 parties that you've submitted, how many recruits is that going to be for you? That's 2 recruits. And that's the 8 and 2 are the magic numbers for director. And I just want to say that's what it takes. If you're in your first 90 days and you're trying to fast track to director, if you're doing 8 and 2, you're going to hit that fast track to director as long as your team is growing strong and submitting sales. And then, excuse me, I'm trying to lose my voice a little bit there. So that's what it really takes to make it. So that's what we're working with you guys to help you on, and this training through this program is going to help you learn to do that. So the last piece of it that I wanted to touch on is for positive growth in your team. If you are only recruiting 1 person every month, then it's just statistically, there's always going to be some who fall off and who don't actually perform or get active. I mean, there are always going to be some. So if you're only recruiting 1 person every month, your team is not really going to be growing. You're going to be kind of stagnant. And so please, I'm sorry, my dog is attacking me. I have to get my husband to get her out of here. I'm in a training call. Sorry. So to actually have growth in your team, sustained growth, that's why we look at that 2 recruits every month. And when you're doing that, your team will grow, and you will, hit those levels of the career plan that you want to get through. Now, the last thing that I want to say about that is when you reach director, because I've seen this happen with a lot of directors, that they get those 2 recruits and they're submitting those 8 parties, and then they hit director and they're like, oh, I did it. And then they just sit there. No. So we're training you in this group to hit director and keep going through those advanced levels. So you never stop recruiting. That 8 and 2 is always. When you hit director, that's not a stop. That's a keep booking, keep filling that calendar. Keep that focus on submitting 8 parties a month and getting your 2 recruits, and you'll do great. And that's it. Next.
So are there any questions for Angela on anything that she said? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, guys. We're going to take this program pretty slow to begin with. Okay. The first 2 weeks, we're kind of really going to help focus and work on you guys building your show schedule, because really, in order for any of us to promote in this business, you have to have a strong show schedule, right? If you don't have shows, there's really no way that you can kind of recruit unless you're recruiting by accident. So you really have to have the shows in order to be in front of enough people, in order to have enough recruit leads to then grow a team. Does that make sense for everyone? So our main focus for this week and for next week, you're going to see, is going to be booking. Did you guys hear me say booking? One more time, booking.
And I think most of us have booking blitzes going, right?
Yeah, we have. I know my team has one starting this weekend. So, definitely.
Mine too.
Yeah. If for those of you guys that have a team that is doing a booking blitz this weekend, we're looking at you guys as the future leaders of Pampered Chef. Okay. So my team knows I'm pretty cut and dry. I don't sugarcoat. So here comes my tough Becky love for all of you guys. The expectation for you guys is that you're an example, right? You guys are in a program titled Director Bound, right? Which means that you are all wanting to become leaders. And leaders do not work to minimums, okay? That's something I want you guys to really hear and understand, is that when you're going for a leadership position, and once you make it to a leadership position, the leader always sets the pace for everything that you do. And so, what Angela said is really, really accurate. I've seen a lot of people promote in this business in the last 8 years, and in a matter of 3 months, they lose their title because they take time to just go like, oh my gosh, I did it, I'm done, and now what, right? We don't stop. Success doesn't stop. The only time it stops is when we sleep at night, right? And anything that you've ever done that you've ever won at, like a competition, or, you know, if you've watched your kids excel in sports, you know, it takes a lot of work, right? It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of will. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of skill. It doesn't just happen without effort put into it. And so everybody has to realize that, you know, if you're in this program for leadership, that you have to be willing to rise above. Okay. And so what we're asking you guys is, you know, this weekend when you guys are doing your booking blitzes with your team, take leadership, like help your leaders, you know, help them keep the people motivated when you guys are doing the booking blitz, help support people when they have questions and need words. Because that's really, you know, we're growing you in a lot of different ways there during this program. And one of them is to help you build those leadership skills that for some of us, they don't come naturally. You know, you've probably heard it before, you know, leaders are not born, right? They're made, which I really firmly believe, because some of us have a gift with leadership and some of us have to be developed. But overall, whether you're a leader or not, you're continually working on building yourself to be better and better and better always, right? That never stops and it never changes. So, you know, the expectation for the program is that you guys are all in, okay? And what does all in mean? All in means that you're doing this for you. If you're doing this program for your leader, then you're in it for the wrong reason. I want you guys to be in this program for yourselves, for your family, for your dreams, for your why. Because if you're just in it to help, you know, someone promote, you know, or you're just in it because your leader wanted you in it and you're like, I don't know if I want to do this. If you have hesitation, then you're probably not going into it for the right reasons, right? Because let's face it, it's going to take work. It's going to take effort. It's going to take time. It's going to take motivation. And all of that has to come within you. You know, the beauty about working outside of the home and outside of the Pampered Chef is that you have a boss that tells you what to do, right? You have a boss every day that's like, hey, Jackie, I want you to do this today, and you have X amount of hours to do it. And if you don't, then guess what? I'm going to write you up or I'm going to fire you, right? I mean, that's realistic for some jobs. When you work for Pampered Chef, you're self-starting, you're self-motivating, right? There's nobody behind you saying, hey, Buffy, you need to get this done, right? You have to decide, you know what, I'm going to do this. This is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do. And you have to make time for it. So the expectation is that you guys are making time for this program every single day, because that's what we expect you to do as a leader, okay? And that's what your team is going to expect from you when you promote to a leader and promote to a director. Just think about it. When you have 5 people and you promote to a director, it's an amazing accomplishment that you cannot do by yourself. It's not possible. It's you with 5 other people that are working toward a common goal that do it and achieve it together, okay? The work does not stop there because you're continually growing yourself as a leader and you're also growing the next round of leaders. So our job just doesn't stop. So did everybody read through the Evernote document that I posted that has the schedule on it, what the call schedule is, when your homework is due, you know, that you need to have a one-on-one phone call with your leader? We are sticklers for that, okay? And again, it's an expectation because you're in a leadership program, okay? So, you know, we know life is going to happen because every one of us have life, right? But in reality, and here's the harshness, and I'm really not that harsh, I swear I'm not, but in reality, you can make excuses or you can make money, but you cannot make both. It is not possible. Let that sink in for a second, okay? So when you go to our group and it says #NoExcuses, that's the reason that that is up there so big and so bold and so in your face. It's because I guarantee you there's been 3 mornings this week that I did not want to crawl out of bed, that I would rather stayed in my warm, comfy blankets, you know, after the kids went to school, and I would have rather just not got out of my bed. What drags me out of bed is the fact that I know I have almost 100 people that are counting on me to do my job. So my excuses go out the door, and I get my butt in gear and I stay focused. So if you ever need that little pep talk or that kick in the butt, you know, and you're not getting it from your leader, feel free to message me, because I will gladly give that to you if you need it. Just ask my people. When they need a butt kicking, I'm good for it. But I'm also that support system when they need that too. So let me ask you guys, does everyone know why you're doing Pampered Chef?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, because I'm going to call a couple of you out. I want to hear it. So Vanessa, why are you doing Pampered Chef?
Well, I'm doing Pampered Chef because I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 4. I'm trying to find a quiet place for my kids won't. They'll start screaming the second.
They'll just follow you.
My husband's home now, so it's okay. No, so I'm doing Pampered Chef. I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 4 years now. Sorry about that. I wasn't expected to be called on like that. But I would say before I did Pampered Chef, I was a scientific researcher. I have my doctorate in chemical and environmental engineering. And I really chose to stay home to be with my kids because I think it's super important, more important than anything else. But that being said, I'm definitely a type A, very motivated person, love to work. I love people. So I was a good scientist, but I was better at making connections with people. So I can't do that part-time. I can't be a part-time scientist with my kids, but I feel like I wanted to do more. I wanted to do something that was exciting, something with people, something I could do from home. And I did a Pampered Chef party and just loved the party. I loved Tony. She was so fun. And I thought it was so fun. And I loved the products I got. And so it just seemed like such a good and natural fit. And that's why I'm doing Pampered Chef.
Okay, so we're going to peel back the layer of the onion a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I want you to close your eyes for a second.
Yeah.
And I want you to picture that it's that moment that you just promoted. You just became a director. And you feel that feeling right now, right? It's exciting. It's exhilarating. You're thinking of your family, you're thinking of your kids, you're thinking of what that promotion is going to give to your family. And me, I would be crying because I'm like you, I'm that mom. I'm that one that believes very much deeply in my soul that we should be with our children and helping them do that, that job that is so underappreciated. But that feeling that you feel right now, Vanessa, when you're struggling, that deep reason, that deep why that you're connected to right now, that is exactly where you need to go to get back on track. That feeling right there. Mm-hmm. That feeling of that why that you're thinking about is what is going to keep you connected to your business and to your goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when times get tough, guys, your why needs to make you cry. I want you guys to really feel, deep down in your soul, down in your heart somewhere. Mine's pretty far down in there. No, I'm just joking. But you have to figure out why you're doing this business. If you're doing this business for money, awesome, great. It's not enough. Okay? What is that reason that you cling to? Why is it that you want to be the next leader with Pampered Chef? Why do you want to help other people change their lives? Because we all know that that's really what happens when we become leaders. We get to not only have our success, but we get to watch other people's successes. We get to see other people's journeys take amazing routes, right? The feelings that you get to feel along the way, like here comes the tears in my eyeballs. To watch people's lives change before you, there's no other feeling like it. To know you were just a small little reason why their lives just changed is a feeling that will stay in your heart forever. So part number 1 of your homework. I want you guys to dig deep down and figure out why you want to become a leader in this company. Not the, layer of the outside. We want the under layers of the onion, okay? Peel it back and really figure out why you want to be a leader with Pampered Chef. If it's a money thing, what is that money going to do for your family? What path is that money going to chart for your family? When I think about my personal story, guys, my team members have heard it a million times, and I'll go back to it every single day, every single time, because it is what keeps me going every time that little devil's back here saying, oh, don't get out of bed today. We literally went from a 6-figure income to poverty in 24 hours with having a family of 6. So it was either Becky was going to be successful or we were going to be homeless. And nobody has the power to change your life more than you do. Nobody will give you the excuses more than you will. So you got to dig deep sometimes. So that is that why. That is that gotta cry why that we all need to have. And now I'm going to ask you, why not? Why not try, right? Why not do this? Why not participate in a program like this? Why not? Why not you, right? Why should the next leader of Pampered Chef not be you? So many times we think to ourselves, oh, well, I just, that person, we all have that like rock star seller on our team that we like to compare ourselves to. Anybody guilty of that? We're all guilty of it. And we see our friends being successful. We see other teammates being successful. And we're like, oh, well, they don't have the life that I have, and they don't have a job like I have, and they don't have, 42 kids like I have, or whatever the excuse becomes. But they also probably don't have the excuses you're giving yourself. Success is determined from each one of us. It's determined from no one else. Like, nobody controls our success but us, okay? Don't let anybody ever tell you differently. You are the driving factor each and every day when you wake up of whether you're going to be successful or you're not going to be successful. Whether you're going to find an excuse or you're going to find a reason, okay? So those of us that are moms, this is my challenge for you. Don't make your kid the reason you don't do something. Make your kids the reason why you do something. Let them see what success looks like. Let them see that the power of a mom is magical, right? You literally can make dreams come true by doing something like we do. I used to always joke around and say, being a stay-at-home mom is not glamorous because we don't get recognized for doing a really good job scrubbing toilets, right? Because we don't. And if you're somebody like me that likes to have that little bit of recognition, then put yourself out there and grab it. Go get it, because it's there for you. It's waiting for you. So the last question I want you to think about is, why not now? So why not you, and why not now? You are charting your own path right now. You chose to participate in this program, which is the first step, right? It's the first step of, becoming a leader. It's the first step of moving forward in your business the way in the direction that you want to head. And so there's going to be times where you're like, I just don't know if this is the right time for me. I don't know if, the stars are aligning. Why not now? What is that excuse that you're going to let stand in your way from determining whether it's now or it's 6 months from now? What's going to change in 6 months? You're always going to have issues. You're always going to have life. You're always going to have things that pop up, right? So, you know, regardless of whether you promote right now or you promote 6 months from now, life is going to continue to always cycle through and happen to you. And so it's how you overcome those obstacles and those challenges that not only are you, you know, bettering yourself, but you're also teaching your consultants a valuable lesson. You're also teaching your children a very valuable lesson for life. So I just want you guys to think about that though. Why not now? And cling to it. Why not now? You know, so next week when you're like stressed out because the homework's not finished yet and it's Sunday night and it's due tomorrow and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this program. And you're like, oh, Tony, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Because guys, this is going to happen. Like, this is realistic. I've done this for long enough to know that some of you guys are going to have these messages for us. It's going to happen. And what Becky's going to come at you and say is, hey, Miranda, why not? Why not now? Like, why not? What is standing in your way that is that important? You know, it just, we have to keep our focus, okay? Keep your focus, keep a hold of your why, keep a hold of your dream, you know, and just go for it. There's nothing standing in your way but you. We are the biggest obstacle. We are the biggest mountain in our own way sometimes in life. And there's going to be times where you're ready to give up, okay, during this program. And, you know, of course, if you're to the point where you want to give up and there's no stopping it sometimes, we can't stop you from doing that. But I'm sure as heck going to try to talk you out of it, okay? Because I have been through some of the most hellish things in the last 8 years alongside this business. But I will never give in to that crap before I have to look at my kids in the face and say, I can't, you know, we can't go on that vacation this year. Or I can't pay this bill, so we're not going to have internet tomorrow, or we're going to lose our house tomorrow, or we're going to lose our car. Because I'm going to work until I can't work anymore. Because that's how important my why is to me. So, what questions do you guys have? Anyone think I'm psychotic yet?
You're great.
Oh, my family begs to differ. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, you know, this program is going to be fast paced. There's going to be, you know, this week is kind of like we're just throwing some little things at you. Next week is going to be all about digging into bookings from scratch. Okay. So the expectation is this weekend, your homework is to participate in your booking blitz with your team. Okay. Step it up and be that leader, right? Because we want to be leaders. Figure out what that deep why is. Okay, that why. I want to hear of tears. Like I want to see pictures of you guys crying because you figured it out. You found it out. Like I want to see selfies. Or Mike, you can snap a picture of Jackie when she's crying. I think Mike will cry before Jackie will. There is going to be a training call posted. Let me share a picture, but I will post this on there later also. So we're going to do it's like a 20-minute call. It's virtual host coaching because guess what? If we're going to get bookings on your calendar, what is the most important thing when you have bookings? It's host coaching, right? So we can give you all the bookings in the world. I could wave a little magic wand for you guys right now. And I could give you all the bookings, but if you don't have the tools to make every single booking matter, then we failed you. Because host coaching is where you make all your money and the show is where you pick up your paycheck. So virtual host coaching, you're going to want to listen to this training and give us your top 3 takeaways from it or ideas that you're going to try, okay? That's what we want to hear from you guys. And so if you're doing your booking blitz with your team this weekend, we expect big results. You guys ready for it? So who knows what anniversary it is with Pampered Chef? What is it, Buffy?
The 39?
39th anniversary.
39th.
39th. And when is homework due?
Monday.
Monday.
Seven.
Yep, Monday by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so what we're asking you to do is make 39 contacts this weekend. Mike, your eyeballs just popped out. I love it. Jackie, can you pick those up off the floor for me? And I'm going to post a tracker for you guys later so that you can track your results, because you're going to want to discuss this tracker, the results that you get, with your director when you do your one-on-one call with them. Okay. And what do I mean by a contact? Does anyone know what a contact is?
Two-way
Two-way communication.
Two-way conversation. So, my friends, that means that you may have to send out more than 39 messages, right, in order to get 39 contacts. Does that sound like mind-blowing and overwhelming? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Good, I've done my job well then. So if you average it out, though, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's about 10 or 12 contacts a day. That's not too bad, right? Don't do it all at one time because you're going to overwhelm yourself. So pace it out over the weekend. The weekend is the best time for you to reach out to people anyway. Do you guys know what the best time to reach out to people is? Does anyone know that?
Evening.
Evenings typically are, yeah. And actually in retail sales and in marketing in general, Sunday night at 6 p.m. is when you will always get the most contacts. Sunday night at 6 p.m. Craziest thing ever.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. Who'd have thunk it? But yeah. So I will post the training you need to listen to, the contact tracker, and then there's going to be a Google document, okay, that I will be sharing, that when your homework is all done, you're going to submit that Google Doc, okay? It says, hey, I've done all my homework. You know, I've scheduled my call with my director. I've listened to this recording, and here's my top takeaways. Okay, so everything's going to be right there on that Google Doc for you as well. Any questions? Everybody like, oh my God, what did I sign up for?
Yep.
I feel this way every day of my life. Tony, how about you?
Love it.
Angela, is there a day where you're not overwhelmed?
No, there's not.
Okay.
I work full time on top of this, so I'm that way every day.
Yeah. So, you know, we take everything in pieces, right? So take one homework assignment at a time, right? Get it done, check it off your list, and move on with it. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe that's the best time to have your one-on-one call and check in with your leader so that we can kind of settle you down a little bit. You know, but in reality, I want you guys to think about something. And this is kind of where I'm going to leave you. And now I'll see if Tony and Angela have any. See, I told you girls, I'm really chatty. I told you I'd be able to fill up enough space for all of us.
I love it because I don't have the gift of gab at all.
Same here.
How many of you guys have children? First of all, let me see that. Show of hands.
Grown.
Okay. How many of you have had children that have done sports or instrument or something at school? Okay. Have you ever told your children no? When they came to you and said, Mom, I really want to try out for basketball. Would you ever tell your children no? I mean, no as in, oh my gosh, no, you're not good enough to do that. Or, oh my gosh, no, you know, I don't think you would be good at it. Or, you're laughing at me, stop it. But seriously, stop. Yvonne, I'm watching you. But seriously, you're never going to tell your children that they're not going to make it, or they're not going to excel at something, or they shouldn't try, right? We're always going to encourage our children, you know, no matter what. We're going to let them fail sometimes because failure actually is really, really important for us to learn from. And if we're not failing, then we're not really trying, okay? So, you know, you might go through this program and at the end of it, you might not promote to a director. I don't really consider that failing. I consider that learning, okay? So you might see it or feel it as a failure, but if your heart is all into it, right? If your heart is all in, are you really failing? Like if you're really giving 100% to it, are you really in the end failing if you don't meet that expectation that you have for yourself? You know, I look at it as, okay, next time I know that I can try something a little bit differently. You know, maybe I got overwhelmed doing this and I need to do this. And it's the same thing really when you think about your children, that, you know, those failures are really important because it helps shape them and mold them and grow them as they're growing up. And if we don't ever let our children have those failures, we're actually hindering them and not helping them. So I want you guys to look as failing forward and not backward. Okay? If you're not failing, then you're not ever moving forward. You're only going backward. And that's where I'm ending and shutting up. Tammy's laughing at me too now. What is this?
But you're fun.
Contagious. I do like to have fun, y'all. Seriously. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 kids, and I don't get out much. Tony, what are your last thoughts before we close?
Just my mindset as a director is about my team. You know, the first year I went to conference, you know, I walked the stage as a director, and it was all about me. But as soon as I got, you know, listened to the rest of conference and everything, I had a huge heart change. And it wasn't about me, it wasn't about the money. I'm like, I have people on my team now, and I want them to succeed. I want them to feel what I felt walking across that stage. And so just having that kind of heart for people, a servitude kind of mindset is priceless. You will go so far. You'll be blessed in return if you're blessing your team, you know, with the support they need, the encouragement. I love my team to death. I would do anything for them. So.
Oh, don't make me cry. Look, y'all, stop. Seriously.
I'm a boo-hooer. I'm sorry.
She is.
Ask my guys. I think you met your match there, sister.
Yeah.
Angela, what are your final thoughts for tonight?
So I just want to say to everybody, I know we gave you some high expectations tonight because that's what leaders do, right? But I'm the encourager type. So what I want to tell you is make up your mind that you can do it and you can do it. And we are here to help you.
Yep. Whether you think you can or you think you can't. You're right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're always going to be right. And it starts with your mindset, always. All right, what questions?
Yeah.
We have like 5 minutes. Y'all have to have some kind of questions. Nobody has questions?
I have one.
Yes, Miss Buffy.
So Miranda is fairly new,
Mm-hmm.
and she's my upline, so she recruited me. And so for me to go over everything from this call, do I still meet with her after she's met with Carolyn, or should I meet with Carolyn as well?
I would try to schedule with Carolyn, since you're brand new as well, and she's also new. You know, I've always kind of, you know, taught my consultants that I don't ever expect a new consultant to train another new consultant. And our job as leaders, I get paid to train people. Okay. That's why I get paid. And so it's Carolyn's job to help, you know, with you and with her as well. And probably what I would suggest, Buffy, is that you guys do the call together.
Okay.
I think it would be really good if you guys would schedule the call simultaneously with Carolyn.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be good. Thank
Good
you.
question. Sure. Michelle, were you going to say something a minute ago? Oh, I can't hear you. There's no audio.
Maybe put it in the chat.
Yeah, drop it in the chat for us. Anybody else?
Question. Should we speak a little bit about the kit since it's the beginning of the month and kind of go
How
over
many of
that?
you guys have asked? Has anyone started like asking people yet with the $39?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Let me tell you guys, if all of you guys made the decision right now to promote yourself to a director this month, you absolutely could do it. Okay. This is the best month to build a team quickly. With the chance to sign up for $39, it would be absolute insanity if you let this month pass by without trying to recruit 1, 2, 3, or 5 people. I just skipped right over 4. We're just going straight from 1 to 5. But it really, it would be foolish for any of us, even us leaders, whenever we have a challenge or a promotion like this, I challenge myself to recruit 5 people and re-promote myself as a leader, okay? Because if I'm expecting you guys to do it, why shouldn't I be doing it as well, right? I mean, hello.
Carrie said she has 3 that are going to sign up so far. Awesome.
So Michelle says this is actually my 2nd time doing Director Bound, and I was a bit hesitant to do it again because last time life happened, but I believe I'm ready to move forward. Succeeding or not, it's growth. I love it.
True that.
True. Absolutely. Like I said, you know, every time we fail at something, it's a time for reflection, okay? And it's time to dig in to see, you know, what could you have done better? You know, if you don't learn one lesson from an experience in life, then you're really, you know, your heart wasn't in it completely. You have to take a lesson away from every failure that you have, because, you know, we really would have succeeded if our heart was all in, right? And our excuses weren't standing in the way. We really would succeed instead of failing. So there's always going to be something. And like I said, we're always going to have life happen. Like life is always going to jump in there and rear its ugly head. You know, just when you think the water has calmed, that's when that tidal wave comes. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, you know, if you wanted to be on here for another hour, I could tell you everything I've experienced in 8 years. We could share a glass of wine together if you're a wine drinker. And you would probably be like, oh my gosh, okay, how is this girl functioning at this point? But, you know, just look at it as a road. It's a little bump in the road. It really is just a bump in the road on a long highway. That's really all it is. It's just a little speed bump. That's all it is. All it is. But yeah, recruiting. So, Tony, what would you recommend for virtual parties right now?
Just asking that host. You know, if you've got several parties lined up, that's the benefit, is you can ask the host ahead of time. You know, that's how I get a lot of my recruits is, how would you like to make money on your party plus get the host rewards? And then just, you know, if they're a rock star host during their party, let them know. You know, tell them they're good and they're practically doing your job, you know?
Absolutely.
Why not make extra holiday cash sitting on the couch socializing? So
we go back to that question, why not, right? Why not?
Especially for $39, and if their party's at, you know, $300, $400, they can get that kit credit and sign up for practically free.
Just for tax. Yep.
Pretty awesome.
Angela, what would you recommend with virtual parties?
I mean, Tony kind of said mine. My thing is, and I teach this to my team, ask every host 5 times. And we'll hear this over and over in all our trainings, 5 times. If you have not asked that host 5 times, you have not done your job as a consultant. That is your job. Ask every host 5 times.
Absolutely. And same thing goes for cooking shows, y'all. I mean, I'm a 50-50 consultant. I do a split of both. And you know, your host is your number 1 recruit lead, always has been, always will be, forever and a day. I mean, think about it. They're the ones that are booking a show with you. They love, you know, the product, and they trust you because they booked a show with you, right? Especially those cooking show hosts, they're letting you in their home, exposed to their children and families. They trust you. And so that trust is important because they already feel a connection with you. And people that decide to join someone's team need to have a connection. They need to have that trust with you. And so if you've done a really good job through host coaching, they have that connection, they have that trust with you. At the end, when you've asked the magical time, which is the fourth of the fifth time. The fourth is your most important ask of all 5. If you have built that relationship and that trust on ask number 4, they will say yes. Okay. It's research from home office. It's factual data. The fourth is the most important ask, and they will say yes. But again, the host coaching training that you're going to listen to is going to help you with all that process. So, all right, my friends, it is 9:01. Does anyone else have any more questions? No?
Got homework to do.
Yes, lots of homework, but I don't really think it's too much. Like I said, just pace it out, where you have pockets of time. If you're a person that's working full time, you can listen to the audio in the car, listen to it instead of, it's nothing to visually see. You can listen to it. If you're somebody that goes running in the morning or works out or whatever, listen to it during then. It's that one pocket of time that you don't use for anything else. So you might as well train your brain, right? Yes, Patty, I love to make people laugh if you haven't already figured that out. All right, my guys, I will post all of the information that you guys need. The recording will be posted probably first thing in the morning. If you want to watch this back, you can. If you need help, that's what we're here for, you guys. Like, seriously, reach out to us if you have questions, issues, problems, want to quit, like having feelings, need something, anything. That's what we're here for, okay? Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Becky. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.